right, let's just get
That's what I'm
this.
talking about.
Yeah, let's get this bullshit
Speed on the
underway
shit.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Beyond the Rift episode number 585, starring the one and only your host with the most, Mr. Amacutie. Thank you, everyone. We're gonna speed run this shit so we can go play Blops, cause fuck this dumbass show.
What the
Joining
fuck?
me, my lovely co-host with the most.
That's me, guys. Guys, I'm Scar. I just ran back here, like, in the rain from, like, some random escape room stream I just did. Anyways, it's great to have Cutie here. It's great to be here, and it's great to have our new special guest, Metaphor. I've been meaning to get a jungler on the show for a while. A different jungler. Because usually we only have Dom. And Dom's just like, you know what? Jungle sucks, and everyone else sucks too. But now we have an unbiased representative of the jungle, Metaphor, so very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, while you introduce yourself to the chat, for a lot of people who might not know who you are.
Well, like they said, my name is Metaphor. I'm a challenger jungler. Some people might know me because I stream, and I was also in the TCS last year, and this year I participated in Scouting Grounds. So some of you guys might know me from there, and just in general in high elo streams and stuff like that.
And you're nuts on Blops, dude. You gotta put that on an achievement list.
I mean,
Come on,
I don't want to
dude.
flex too hard.
Alright, fair enough. This guy puts some sick plays on Twitter, dude. If you love watching someone whip a shot every time with a paladin, this is your go-to guy right
Did you say
here.
whiff a shot or whip a shot?
Whip a shot. Miss every single shot.
Open your stream for that, dude.
No. I'm nuts with the paladin. Dude, I'm actually a god with it, but that's enough of that. I want to talk about the Discord live question and answer segment. At the end of this show, they got questions and we're going to give them answers. I hope you guys are ready for this one because it's going to be some killer questions coming today. I know you guys are going to raise the bar up because you always manage to do it. I can't wait to answer the questions, and neither can anyone here. Download the program and ask away, my friends. But let's go straight into the topics, ladies and gentlemen, with topic number 1. So you were the highest rated jungler going into Scouting Grounds this year. How would you describe the experience?
Yeah, so going into Scouting Grounds, I went into it with a different mentality than I left with it for sure. And I was kind of like open to the idea of that happening, but I wasn't really sure, in like what way it was going to happen. I went into it kind of just, go ahead.
I was going to ask, what was your mentality going into it?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
What that means.
Okay. So like the mentality going into it was, and I mean, I thought that, and, I thought I was just gonna hard 1v9 every game, stuff like that. Like every jungler thinks, right? Pretty common. But no, I mean, all jokes aside, every other jungler got into Scouting Grounds through people dropping out but me, right? You had Major Danger, who is on an academy team, so he didn't go. You have, and so he wasn't there. Panzer Dragon, I mean, say no more, but he didn't go. And then, who's the other jungler? City Witty, I think, and he got denied as well. So, it ended up going, and then I would have been the third jungler, I think, and then ended up being me number 1, Fragus, Obese Panda, and Sir Kenji, right? So, I mean, I went into that going like, man, I'm like the only jungler who like actually should be here, right? So
damn, that's how you felt. What about Fragus, dude?
That's what I thought. Don't get me wrong. No, I actually think Fragus is a good player. And
but he
I'm
doesn't
really
belong in
happy
Scouting Grounds.
It's not that, but he didn't qualify.
Because he's too bad to go to Scouting Grounds.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Listen, I think Fragus is good. No, listen. And I'm super proud of him for playing well when he was there too.
Proud of him.
Yeah, no, it's sick, dude. I no. Alright, you're such an idiot. But basically I went in with the mentality, that I am probably the best jungler here and it's gonna be really good, and then we started fucking losing every game, and we were the worst team there by far. At the start, we were by far the worst team, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that we had so many people who, how how can I word this? Everyone obviously going there wants to prove that they're. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, because you can be real
so
on
rude.
this show. No, you can just be real on this show, dude. If teams suck,
I am. I just want to make sure I'm not saying something I don't want to say.
Okay.
Basically, everyone on our team has experience. You know, one of our players is an LCS player, Flares. Julian has played amateur for a while, I think, and I know he played collegiate, so he has experience there. Jurassic played on Academy for Golden Guardians. And Diamond has experience. I think he's played on challenger teams for like just a pretty long time, right? And then me, I guess, for me, I was just, a lot of people were saying I was the best jungler there, right? So we all kind of had experience or like some sort of background going into it, basically saying like we're going to do well. And I think all of us knew that individually, so we all went into it trying to like we tried like way too hard, I think, and we had a lot of like communication errors because everyone knew that we all knew we were good. So we all like basically tried to take the spotlight from each other, and it really dampened or I don't know the word. It really hurt our ability to actually shine as a team because I think we were all individually trying to do what everyone thought we could do individually. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Probably not though.
No, it makes sense. I feel you on that. I mean, at the end of it though, you said your mentality changed towards the end of it.
Yeah.
Did you just like what'd you realize in the end? Jungle sucks, or?
No, a lot of it actually. I mean, this isn't really a thing that you can really relate to like a solo queue. It's just more of a personality thing. I ended up having a talk with. I don't think I can say who it is because I don't think they're actually signed to the team yet, but we basically had one-on-ones with a staff member from Liquid, and I basically got to talk. He basically sat me down and was talking about because I told him I'm like, man, like this is like the 4th AN and we're last team, we haven't got a single win yet, right? And I'm explaining to him why I'm frustrated, right? And I told him what I just told you guys. I went in thinking I'm the best jungler, and here we are losing every game, right? And it sucks. Like it does suck because you go there, you think it, everything's on the line type of thing. Especially for someone like me, who a lot of people in the community were saying, hey man, this guy's going to overperform, right? This guy's going to shit on everyone. So I kind of feel like I'm not saying this is how it is, but this is my mentality. Like I kind of have everything to lose because even if I do well, who am I jungling against, right? Like, support main in jungle, right? So like, what am I really proving if I do well? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So I and he basically told me like none of that shit matters at all. And it was like a mental barrier that I was dealing with while I was there and before I even went. And I actually struggled a lot with like, I felt really pressured, that I had to do super well. And it was a complete 180 when we got there and we were losing every game, right? So it was actually like really, really hard to deal with, mentally.
I know what you mean because I've played on Dignitas and stuff when I was ADC there, and like most people expected me to do well, obviously, but when I lose like every game because I'd have Scar on my team or whatever, it was like I'll be honest, it hurt my mental also. So I feel you where you're coming from on that shit. I agree, that shit's hard as fuck. Do you feel like after Scouting Grounds though, it's really opened you up to like, you know what, I just do my own thing. It don't fucking matter.
Yeah. That's basically what we ended up talking about a lot. And it wasn't like, I mean, it makes sense. And the thing is it's not something that you would really know unless it was told to you. And I just never really had someone tell that to me. And that's literally what the guy said. He said straight up, like, he said, I'm really sorry that no one like talked to you like this before. 'Cause I learned like so much about being a teammate, and like I said, I don't want to like name who it is. 'Cause I don't even think I'm allowed to. But like, and it not in terms of like in-game toxicity or anything, but like I learned a lot about being a teammate out of game, which would have helped me a lot during Scouting Grounds. And that these are things that I wasn't even thinking of going into the event. I was just thinking pure result based, right? Because like, what do you think a regular solo queue player is thinking when he's going to Scouting Grounds, right?
Oh hell yeah!
You want to win every game. You want to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't realize at the time that there was other.
tell me about these other factors. What are the things that like he told you or whatever they talked about that you were like, wow, dude, that's crazy?
Well, I wouldn't really say it's crazy. It's just I was so blinded by, one, the mentality thing, and two, the fact that we were losing every game, right? So I had a lot of things that were blocking my judgment, I would say. So like some of the things, like, you know, we lost like a scrim set, right? Or not a scrim set, or we had, I'm trying to think of the layout they had. Say we just lost our games for the day, right? Mm-hmm. You know, people would want to go and get like dinner or something, and I'm just like, nah, I fucking suck. I'm gonna play solo queue, right? And like, I would not basically do. I wasn't like being a negative thing, but I also wasn't being a positive. And if you're not being if you're like a neutral, it's like more negative than it is positive. You know what I mean? Like if you're not actively working on a solution, you're contributing to the problem.
Nah,
does that make sense?
I know what you mean with that, because yeah, again, back to the dig days, I remember like we'd always go out for like dinners or whatever, and it'd just be like, even if someone didn't want to go to dinner, come with us to fucking dinner.
Yeah, you have to go.
Yeah, because it's just like, it's so much better to just, you can just talk it out there, like, hey dude, that game sucked, yep, that shit sucked, yep, you're right. Like being able to just talk to your teammates, like figure things out, work it out. I'm surprised at Scouting Grounds they value that so much, because it's only like a 2 or 3 day event, right? So I don't know how much you guys.
It's like a week long. It's like
oh really? Do you feel like you meshed pretty well? Do you feel like you meshed pretty well at the end of it with your teammates, or is it just like
that was so. Like I said, you know, everyone has experience and everything like that, and it was really, really hard. Diamond, the support player, me and him did most of the communicating in the game. And he ended up getting picked up to Cloud9 Academy actually for support, so good for him. That's really good. He actually played super well on stage as well. But since all of us were trying to communicate too much, obviously you guys were pro players, right? You know what too much communication is worse than is one of the worst things you can actually have.
Too much communication is when we played in TCS and people just clogging the mic with, hey, we need to do this because this, and then this is going to happen, and then this will happen, and then we can open up this. That shit's fucking useless as fuck.
So like, you know, we were slowly getting those problems out, and then, you know, the stage games came, and I've explained this before a couple of times, so I know that your viewers haven't heard it, but it's just kind of weird because I've said this quite a few times already. But like everybody on my team has like played in a high pressure environment before compared to the enemy team that we were playing against. I don't think anybody on the other team, they had Bob Jenkins, right? He played Academy, but we had, again, an LCS player, so he has stage experience. Again, mid laner who's done collegiate stuff. I think he's played on stage. We had Jurassic, who's Academy player, and Diamond, who's played on stage before at tournaments. So the last game, I think we had a lot going for us, even though we were 0-6 at this point, right? I was really confident we were going to win that last game because, one, we had a lot of experience on stage, and two, I just knew they didn't. I knew they didn't, and I know a lot of people would get nervous in that environment because, like, you know, you come from solo queue, right? You're playing on the Riot stream, you know, you got a lot of people watching you. Like, a lot of people would get nervous. I get that. And I went into that like thinking I'm going to be the biggest liability here, right? Because I'm the only one here who hasn't played on stage. But like I know deep down like I'm not going to get nervous on stage. But it actually helped us a lot in the game too, because I think a lot of our teammates I was actually wrong. A lot of our teammates were kind of nervous and they didn't actually talk that much. And it finally allowed me and Diamond to just take over, right? And before it would be like, hey, let's go for this. And then someone on our team would be like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. But like that part of the communication didn't happen on stage. And I think it was more that everyone just really, really wanted to go out with like, you know, knowing that we just trusted each other as a team and just actually showed what we got. You know what I mean? Instead of doing the solo thing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it was... Dude, it was so... I mean, it was only third place. We went 0-6.
Yeah, this guy's hyping it up. He's like talking about he's winning the world championships with this team. They got third place in a fourth place tournament.
Dude, okay, after hearing all this shit, let me tell you, like, when I coach CLG, it's funny that I'm hearing stuff like this from you because, like, it's all true, like, especially back then. you talked about how like a lot of being a good teammate is like, or a lot of problem solving happens like not in the games.
Of course.
Most of the problem solving for COG like happen like in the most random moment. It'd be like late night McDonald's runs where suddenly someone would be like, you know what happened? Man, today sucked. And then as soon as you say that, someone else is like, yeah, today sucked, man. I didn't like it when this happened. And like, cause they had a whole day to dwell on it, dude. They're like, you know, they're over it by now, but they want to just talk about like their problems and away from like, you know, the rift, right? And so like during those like late night food runs or something with COG is where most of our problem solving came from. Not even kidding. Like it wasn't the post game review. That was okay. Like that, but like a lot of our problem solving was just like, you know, the 1 a.m. McDonald's runs where two people are just like, yeah, what about this? You know, we've been doing this for a while. Like, what do you think about this? And then like, that's where it would happen. And also like, I find, I don't know. I think that, when you talk about solo queue players going to like live settings their first time, I think that's interesting because yeah, everyone just talks about you only come in from solo queue with the idea that you're good, and that's it. And I think being able to become a teammate is like pretty much the only thing that matters, you know, because everyone's good.
Yeah, everyone's good at the end of the day. The only thing that matters is being a good teammate. Like, it doesn't matter if you can 1v9 a game, because if you can't communicate, you're fucking useless, basically. So
yeah, like. Everyone, you can turn if you're a good enough team, you can turn any teammate into a 1v9 player, right?
Yeah,
which is why you know the TCS suck because they didn't make me the 1v9 player, but like maybe next time.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen, Sky. No teammate could do that.
You just had to put Fueba and Vladimir again. He would have won everything.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's nice hearing like the teammate type of stuff because I feel like that's what a lot of solo queue players don't realize the most is that, yeah, teamwork really is the most important thing at the end of the day. Just like being a selfish player is the worst thing that you could possibly do because it just basically means you're useless. Because you can't cut that shit out or you can't do that shit in a competitive setting because if you try to play selfish, they'll just fuck everyone else and then it's just auto lose. Even if you're a 1v9 player. Like, dude, I used to think I was a 1v9 player, and then I started playing with these guys, and that shit grounded me real quick, man. That shit grounded me real quick.
Yeah, but I tried to elevate Kitty with winning, and then it's just not possible. Sometimes you just got teammates that it's tough to do that with.
But, I mean, at the end of the day with Scouting Grounds, do you think that it was like, do you feel like you grew a lot as a player tremendously, or was it just you learned a little bit?
Yeah. And you know the thing with that is I think I grew in areas where it's really difficult for me to like do it more now because like I can't work on being a better teammate by playing solo queue at home, right? Like I can't do those things, and you have such a small window of time to actually do them at Scouting Grounds. Where if you don't get picked up to a team, you know, it's hard to grow on those things. Like I can't get, it's hard for me personally to get better at being a good teammate in those areas now that I'm just back at home. You know what I mean? So let's say like I had another, let's say I ended up not being on a team this split or next split and I went to Scouting Grounds again. I would be a much better teammate there, but I don't know personally how much I could actually use what I learned outside of the game to actually benefit myself, you know, to look better for teams and stuff like that, if that makes sense. It's kind of difficult, actually.
I mean, I agree. It's difficult as fuck because there's no, like, real organized tournaments. Do you feel like there should be more organized tournaments for, like, players that want to practice?
This is a good segue to the next topic, by the way.
Oh, is it the next? Okay, let me go to the next topic then.
He's done this before.
I haven't read any of the fucking topics. Never do, baby. But next topic...
to be honest.
The next topic is about TCS, dude. Yeah. Let's talk about these tournaments.
Just recently happened this year. A lot of popular teams were knocked out early. What would you say would be the reason for that? Fuck that question. Let me ask you, do you feel like there should be more organized play? And how do you feel about TCS? Because I think TCS is fucking awesome. I love that because, yeah, League at its core is like fun when it's competitive. Solo queue, that shit's miserable. You ask anyone, absolute dog shit to play that. But when you play it competitive, it's actually like playing a completely different fucking game. Like
it is. It's two different games. Yep.
Yeah, it feels so fucking good playing League competitive. That's why like TCS is so fun to do. But I guess I want to hear from your perspective, Meta, since you went to scouting grounds and all that. Like, do you wish Riot would do more organized play, and how do you feel about TCS?
I mean, obviously TCS isn't a Riot thing. I think Riot could maybe do something else, but the whole reason why TCS is special and the whole reason why, scouting grounds is special is it is rare, right? Like, we're at the year or the time of the year TCS is going to happen. This is when, shit's going to get real. And I think if they had more of it, it would kind of take away from the,
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It would take away from like the essence of it, like how special it is and how much people enjoy it. Cause like what's going to happen? Like Tyler, what's really different this time? They have different casters and they have a bigger prize pool, right? So then if they had more, then like what's next, right? And then eventually it's going to be, you know what I mean? It may just get stale faster. And I think it would be fun for the players, but I think even though this is like a lot about the players, a lot of like the TCS and stuff like that is for the audience, right? Like you got everyone's favorite streamers coming in and playing or casting, stuff like that. And then you have like the challenger players, like people like me who are there purely for the prize money, right? Or like for me, like
you said purely for the prize money. Yeah. You're there for the honor to play in the TCS, right? I thought that's what it was.
Listen, all right. So it is what it is, but like, and then you have it. It's for those people. I mean, Tyler doesn't give a shit if I get some money, right? 50K is nothing to him, right? But it's a good event for the league community. You know what I mean? And that's really sick. Like that's awesome. And that's this kind of stuff that should be going on. But I think if you have too many of those events, it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's like URF, right? Like the whole ideology of not having URF on all the time, because then people would stop playing it, right? It might lose its touch. And, Tyler One's not going to cast every fucking game. That's just the way it is. And, how many times are you really going to listen to Shinshin on casting pro games, right?
Listen to that shit all day, dude.
All right. I mean, you're special, but...
I mean, I guess it's...
You know what I mean, right?
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's an interesting take on it, because, for me, I'd want to see, like, more, I guess, grassroots type of tournaments more often. Like, I want to see, like, the MLGs, like, that kind of shit. I guess that's not really grassroots, but I want to see, like, more MLGs, more of that kind of bullshit, because it's just nice for players that aren't in the LCS, like, hey, we're a bunch of challenger players, let's form up a team and let's go to fucking MLG and do this shit. Like, I felt like that was kind of the beauty of League in the early days.
Mm-hmm.
I would
DreamHack and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd love to see like some more of that, like have it come up, have player, because the thing is, I'll be honest, I look at a lot of players nowadays and I'm like, these challenger players are complete dog shit. They have no idea how to play as a team, and North America's doomed as a region. Now, whether you agree with me or disagree with me,
I agree.
You agree? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. You need that competitive experience, like what you were talking about. You can't get that in solo queue. The like team mentality that you need to be useful. You can only get that from grinding out and like academy or some bullshit like that, and there's only so many academy spots for a player, so for me it feels kind of rough, because the players that don't get to go in academy, it feels like they're just losing out on,
and they are
they are. I think Riot's answer to that is Clash, right? It's just not existing yet.
Because you can't actually host real tournaments, right? That's a real rule that Riot has. You can't do that. What is that?
You can't host tournaments without their consent.
I'm pretty sure.
For prize money, I think.
Right, because there are online tournaments, but they're just like kind of shitty ones, right?
Yeah. They're not like for large. Like I'm pretty sure the TCS has to be Riot approved. Like, to hold something like that,
And why wouldn't it be? But I agree. Like,
I actually think no joke. Like, if top teams like hit up Clash, like, even as like a fun stuff, like top challenger players do Clash consistently throughout next year, it'll be good. People are gonna come together and they're gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be a one-trick player when I'm a liability to my team every game. I think that,
dude, if they made Clash have a better prize at the top of it, because they have different segments or something. I'm just saying, if there was like a Clash end-all tournament at the end of the year for like everyone that participated in it, or if like they had better prizes at the end of each class, like I want to see it go until like the end of the year, and then everyone that's earned like enough Clash points, like let's say you get first place, you earn like 10 points in Clash. You do that every week. You get to the end, and now you can go into like a Riot Games tournament for Clash. That would be fucking nuts. Like, that would be so good. It incentivizes people so much to actually want to get better.
Like, to have like a small online tournament held and just like have it be for like money or even the RP, you know, people would do that.
Of course. I mean, even if it wasn't, dude, people like Clash because, like you said, playing competitively with 5 people is, like, League is a good game, but solo queue sucks, right? But if you have 5 people, you know, your buds or whatever, and, like, you're, like, playing in a controlled environment is so much better. Like, the Clash rewards suck ass, right? Like,
100%.
You want to win that shit. Like, you want to win.
That's true.
You want to win because you just want to win. Like,
yeah. Like if I'm playing Clash, I remember this happened last time. I played Clash. I recognize like some of the people on the enemy team, and I'm just like, these guys can't beat me. These guys aren't gonna beat me. You know?
Yeah.
And
because that's the truth. No one plays Clash for the rewards. We won our Clash thing. I'm just flexing right now. We won our Clash tournament last time, and what was our fucking reward? I think I got 2 champion shards.
Yeah.
No one's gonna pay RP for a chance to win champion shard. That shit is fucking garbage as a reward. But if you have something at the end of the year where like you accumulate towards it, that's good shit right there. But I guess then back to the topic just to wrap this one up then. Scar, what do you want to see more grassroots type tournaments or like MLGs?
I don't know if people would join them. You know, I think that like they'd have to have a certain amount of prestige. Like when you go to the TCS, you know, like people are going to show up. Like, when
I say grassroots, I mean like it has to be not like fucking Joe Schmo. Like, hey, I'm gonna fucking start a tournament. Join it, bro.
Host my 8 bracket tournament from his garage or something. No, I think I would love to see them use Clash more, and just in general, I'd love to see more rewards across the line. Like, you want people to play the game more? You want solo queue to be good?
That's never happening.
Well, I mean,
abandon that shit right now.
Putting more prizes on solo queue because they're splitting up into 3 seasons would be a really good idea too. Like, I think that
they could mesh the Clash thing in that then for sure.
Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you though, like if you put more prize, like, all right, let's be honest here. So Meta, you're the highest ranked jungler at Scouting Grounds, right?
Yeah.
Did you get high rank because in your head was there ever a thought, man, I can't wait to get this backpack?
No. And can I be honest with you?
Yeah, be honest with us.
Just between you and me, Cutie, okay?
All right.
So everyone else mute their speakers. I haven't even taken my jacket out of its packaging yet.
Wait, really?
I could literally go get it right now.
Wait, I took it out to feel the quality, and I was like, oh, this isn't that great. I gave it to Fed.
Yeah, I literally took it out. I had 4 jackets. I took one of them out. I took it out, touched it. Okay, this is going on the coat rack.
One sec.
Oh, you're gonna go grab it?
You're gonna grab it?
Dude, no, mine's upstairs. I'm too lazy to grab it. Should I go grab it?
I don't even know where I'm pretty sure it's the Fed's.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab. Fuck it, I'm lazy.
Nah.
Mine's still wrapped up too, so I know exactly what he means with that shit. Those challenger rewards are just.
Oh wait, Metaphor, your camera went out. Where'd you go?
It's on.
It's on. It's my challenger jacket.
Oh,
Damn, you actually do still got it wrapped up.
It's literally the package.
Wait, are you planning on selling it?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
That shit's never going up in value. No, don't even try to sell it.
No, they sign it and sell it on eBay, and then the first comment would be like, "Why'd you devalue it?"
Yeah, I don't think any of the like challenger rewards that they could do would be like. I couldn't imagine what they could reward someone to be like, I gotta get challenger this, but it's a backpack.
Just do in-game rewards. Like, don't go crazy. You don't have to ship shit, right? just be like, okay, so if you're in like Master, Grandmaster, and Challenger, like have a reward for those people. You know, like who cares if each player gets 1,000 RP? Like, you think Riot's gonna care about that money? Release another KDA skin.
And honestly, dude, no one cares about the border. Like, as soon as you hit Challenger for the first time, no one cares about the border. No one cares about that.
Yeah,
the only people that care about the border are people that don't have it. I swear to God.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I'm Master. I haven't.
You're Diamond. You're with me.
Okay, I'm Diamond. Okay, I'll say it. I'm Diamond 1. Okay, yeah. But I have a Master tier border. I've never I don't even know. I haven't looked at my border once since I got Master tier. I don't think
I wouldn't either if it was Master tier. So, hey, I don't blame you, man.
This motherfucker just talking about the Challenger board and this fucking just come on, man.
So let me ask you. Let me loop back into the topic. What do you think about TCS this year? I know that like you're on the other side of the bracket right now. We're out, dude. Tarzan's out. You're hitting up. God, what was the team you're hitting up in the finals? I forgot.
I'm playing against my Scouting Grounds teammates, Team Ocean.
Oh,
the top laner, the AD, and the mid laner are on the enemy team.
Oh shit!
It's actually a pretty hype match. Yeah, it really is.
Wait, who are they?
Flares is the top laner. His name is Aetherez now. Mid laner is Julian, and the ADC is Jurassic.
Oh,
and then
damn.
The jungler is. His name's like Dragon Kim or something, and then the support is Winter. So.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, so there were the people on the other side of our bracket. Okay, I saw that. Yeah, unfortunately for us, TCS didn't go so well.
Yeah, you guys didn't get the easy bracket this time.
This guy said we didn't get the easy bracket. Yeah, we didn't get the bracket with you,
okay,
dude.
If you look at the bracket last year, guys, come on.
Are you serious?
Hey, let me ask you, why do you think we didn't make it out of our group? Be honest with us.
You don't want me to tell you.
Be honest with us. Tell us. It's because Scar. I know. Just say it. He won't be offended. I won't kick you off the show, dude.
Wait, hold on. Who'd you guys lose to?
I don't know.
Your team. The team you're about to play against.
Well, then what?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. No, we lost against Shorter Ace's team.
Yeah, Shorter Ace's team.
Shorter Ace, and they had. That team wasn't bad. That team wasn't. I think that team plays together though.
I mean, yeah, they do. Here and there.
I mean, you guys. I would say my side of the bracket was much easier this time around.
Come on, really? be real with us. What was the reason?
Yeah, you guys were straight up. You guys just had a harder bracket, and you guys just weren't good enough. Like that, it is what it is.
But you think if we were on your bracket and we faced you,
you would have lost. You would have fucking lost.
Oh god,
you weren't making it no matter what this year.
Wait, come on, dude.
Hey, Cutie told me to be honest.
Wait, I think back to the scrim where we played against you guys and Void went
my god, dude.
And
yeah.
I thought about that game again and just flashback hit me and
dude.
Over what you said.
I was really hoping you guys were gonna lose because you were the most feared team out of that. Even though I don't because you guys play the dumbest shit, right? And you know you do it. I did not want to have to play against you guys in the finals, bro. Because if I have to play against Vygar ADC again, it's actually over.
But my Vygar was nuts, though, right?
He went 0-20. He did ulti 3 fights in a row.
But it was nuts, though, right?
And Nautilus support with Vygar AD, you guys are legit ultimate bravery every game. random fucking chance. That shit's annoying to play against, though.
Yeah, let's be honest, though. Who is the best player on our team?
Kills me.
It's probably Nightblue because he first picked Kha'Zix every game, so you gotta give him credit for that. He said, "Fuck the meta. I'm playing Kha'Zix every game."
But after Nightblue, then who's the best?
Shifter. He's the best player on your team by far.
After Shifter, though,
you don't like where this is going. Let's just go next topic. I don't want to know where this is going.
Let's just go next topic then. All right, let's talk preseason. Is it everything you ever dreamed about? For me, hell no.
I purposely made less questions in today's show because this topic I expect us to talk about a long time.
Yeah, this topic, Riot Games, dog shit company. I'll start off. I'll set the forum topic for us. What's your guys' take on it?
Metaphor, you take this.
I'm going to counter argument. I say I like Riot Games. They're not a dog shit company for one.
Okay.
For two, preseason.
Just, unrelated, are you trying to go pro?
Yeah.
Okay, just wondering. Okay, keep going.
Oh, okay. That had nothing to do with that comment.
Yeah.
To backstep a little bit, when I was at scouting grounds, my flight got delayed a couple days, and Riot like hooked me up, man. They are so nice. So I got to give them props. They're doing a lot, and with like the League Partner Program thing they're taking a lot of steps in the right direction. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's unbiased completely. And
I can agree with you on that. No,
they're taking a lot of steps in the right direction.
Yeah,
and it's noticeable. Yeah.
The preseason, come on, give us a real.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't really changing too much. Mainly they're changing ranks, but like, again, that doesn't matter because like, who cares if they add a new bronze rank in, right? No one gives a fuck. And the Grandmaster rank, like, that doesn't change anything because there's so few people in high elo anyway. I feel like they're just wasting their resources and time with that. Yeah, I actually like completely think.
No, I got a counter for this. $1 billion company, brightest minds in the world, and you're telling me they're wasting time with stuff? You're telling me when they nerfed Aurelia by 5 movement speed, it was a waste of time to do that nerf?
You know, I was actually talking to one of the guys at Riot, and he actually brought that up, and he said apparently her win rate went down like 2% after that nerf, so they're actually pretty okay with it. And that's what they go off of.
Did he actually say they're okay with it?
They said, I was like, come on, what about because you know how Janna got nerfed like 2 movement speed or something too?
Yeah.
And now I like brought that up, and then I brought up Irelia, and he's like, well, her win rate went down 2%, and I'm like I actually can't argue that. Like,
yeah, I mean, he is right. That is a factual
That's like him saying like the
statement.
sky is blue after. Like, yeah, you're not wrong. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Wait, so I don't get it though. Was the rioter? He was like, was he flexing on you? He was telling, yeah, I'm gonna have a party billionaire at Mark Merrill's house because of the 5 move speed nerf on Aurelia.
No, we were just talking about because you know how I said my flight got delayed.
Yeah.
One of these riders contacted me to meet him at the Riot HQ to talk about Kane and like what steps to take in the right direction to make him a better champion.
But you're not Charisma, so why did they talk to you?
Okay. You do 0 damage every single game on Blackout. Like, don't.
That's the damn truth right there.
Please do not start.
Wait, so I don't get it though. Like, he told you that they're happy with the 5 move speed nerf. He said that
they're saying the nerf mattered. They're saying it mattered. He didn't say he was happy. Yeah, but I don't think they mattered at all. But TF Blade said Irelia isn't that good either. So
this fucking guy, dude, and that's that's the motherfucker they're asking about Irelia too, because they always got to get the one tricks to like talk about the champ. You know they're flying TF Blade over to the Riot headquarters. What do you think we should do with Irelia? Oh, nothing. She's pretty good right now, or she's whatever right now. This guy
probably
ruining the game for the rest of us. I mean, what do you think about? What do you think about like everything else that they're doing though?
I mean, what else is there? So they have the ranks, they have the new runes. I actually really like the new runes. I don't know, like, you guys have probably played quite a bit.
You like Dark Harvest.
Listen, no, like the mini runes, like the stat buffs. Yeah. Dude, okay. I forget to change those every game.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I just use...
the game and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, they don't matter at all. That shit's useless. You want to talk about a waste of time. Literally, every game, plus 10 AD, plus 10 AD, or plus 10 adaptive, and the, like, 16 to 90 health.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Like, Dark Harvest, I think is super overrated. I don't think Dark Harvest is nearly as good as people think it is. It sucks in the jungle. Electrocute's better, I would say, like, 99% of the time. In lane, it's like, it's good on Karthus, it's good on maybe some poke mages, but other than that, people are just trolling, like, straight up.
Ooh,
I don't think Dark Harvest is that good.
Okay.
Damn.
It's and you know what? Let's just say I'm wrong on that. It's definitely shit in the jungle, and that's not even debatable. Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. Electrocute is 100% better for champions that, like, if you're playing an assassin, which like most junglers basically play like if you're playing Lee Sin, you just want to kill him instantly, and Electrocute lets your combo just like boom, they're dead. Dark Harvest is not the way to go.
It's not Electrocute. It does less damage too. It really just does.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think for a lot of champions, like Dark Harvest, I think is just a terrible fucking rune. Now, you guys, counter me if you feel like it, but it's
I will never counter you on that.
It's a terrible goddamn rune. It's a terribly designed rune because it's only good for poke champions. And it's disgustingly good for them because the fact that it resets off of a kill just leads to disgusting team play. I played a game of Karthus. Like, let me tell you how you play Karthus. You literally run in, int, die with your E up, and then it's like they go into the meat churner, dude. Like, if they're in your E, you proc Dark Harvest on one guy, he dies, someone else tries to get in the fight, they get Dark Harvested procced again, they die, someone else gets in the fight, they get Dark Harvested. Like, before it was obnoxious as fuck with his E, now it's like actually impossible to team fight him, because anything that dies and he gets an assist off of, he's just gonna kill everything.
For me, it makes no sense, because it's literally like a poke rune. Like, it's a rune that procs under 50%. It's not an execute rune. It's a rune that only is good for poke champions, but they already have Comet and to some extent Airy. So I'm just like, this rune was built for people that aren't using it.
That's kind of staple League of Legends, though, isn't it?
That's the damn truth right there, man.
Aftershock Fiddlesticks,
I mean, they did Shield Bash, right? With Victor's meta, no one uses Shield Bash but Victor, pretty much. Maybe not.
Yeah, actually, who uses Shield Bash?
It's Victor.
Because a lot of champs that ran Resolve, right? Because tanks haven't been meta in a while, which is what Resolve was like trying to do. So you would only ever take Resolve if you were taking like Bone Plating and what's the other one called?
Second
Crystals,
Wind or whatever.
Yeah. So like and they took one of those out, right?
Yep.
So like, and you can take health per level now, so you don't actually have to go Resolve anymore. And a lot of champions would just take the Resolve because it would give you those runes. So, like, people didn't like Resolve before, right? They just liked the mini runes in there. So yeah, no one's gonna go Shield Bash.
All right, let's take this. I'm gonna start the hot take on preseason. I think preseason is not very good. I think it's not very good. You know,
this is a hot take, by the way. No one's ever said this before. This is Scar's hot take right here.
And I think it's not because of the stuff they did. I think it's because of the stuff they didn't. And that's because this is the first season ever where the meta didn't change. Ever. I've played this game since season 1. Every single preseason the game changes so much. But I think last season Riot got really scared because people got pissed because they're like, oh my god, Riot, you're changing the game so much. Look at these scuttle things, yada. And because Riot threw a lot of changes not in preseason. This preseason, they're not going to change a lot. And I think a lot of it is because like Last Worlds did so well, and like the meta seems pretty good right now. Like on like maybe a competitive level plus like some other level that maybe they have statistics for. So they just decided not to change the game. And they're holding it like kind of still. And I'm literally playing with it. If I'm playing mid lane, I'm playing last season, but mid lane, half the mid laners can run Smite. That's it. Nothing changed. Like the tower stuff doesn't extend. I was told that the length of the game did not change at all because like sure the laning phase increased, but Baron's still how you win the game. So their pacing issue still sucks. I'll say the only thing that they did is like their laning extents, which I think is good. I think tower should be that strong or pretty strong, and I think that tower playing is okay, a little bit overtuned gold wise. I think those are good things they added. Everything else, same exact fucking game, but they didn't solve any of the problems as before, and they're holding off any big changes till later, and people are just going to be pissed when they play them. Because you know what? They're holding back fighter itemization until January, and I'm just like, why didn't they put it in the preseason? It makes no sense to me.
I think that they fixed the pacing problem. Like, the problem with pacing before was you get all the towers at 10 minutes, and then it's 10 minutes of let's do absolutely nothing and wait for Baron to spawn. Now you're forced to like stay in lane for at least like 14 minutes until the turret planing wears off, and then it's let's wait 6 minutes for Baron to spawn.
Look,
no, I'm just saying like they fixed pacing a little bit with that.
I think they made pacing a little bit better in the early game, but like your role needs pacing late game to exist. It needs late game pacing to exist. So if it doesn't, AD carries can't function as a role. Because a lot of AD carries scale particularly based on items that they buy, which needs game time. So you saying that just makes me laugh because I'm like, what champions are you playing, Cutie? Which ones? Which two?
Yeah,
tell me.
I'm playing. Wait. I'll say I've been playing Draven and Lucian, but the real trick now, you play Jhin every single game with Dark Harvest.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
You play
It's
Jin
an
every
elegant
game,
people.
and then you just accept that you're fucking useless and you're just a CC bot, and you can help someone with Dark Harvest.
All right, so that's your champ pool, and you're okay with that as an AD carry, right?
Oh hell
You
no!
definitely aren't playing more Black Ops.
No, I'm looking forward to playing more Black Ops 100%.
It's all I can think about.
Yeah, dude, let me tell you, I'm in the middle of my League of Legends game. I'm playing Jin, and I'm just like, God, I wish this was a Paladin instead of Jin's stupid ass gun, dude. Literally the only thing going on, I'd be like, there, I could shoot an SDM like I shoot fucking Jin ulti, dude, just bop, bop, bop. Just fucking knocking heads off. I mean, like, I'll say, I think this preseason, like, I agree, it's fucking terrible. I think Riot really dropped the ball with, like, doing anything meaningful. Usually they shake it up, change the meta around, but I'm fearful to say this because I actually think it's true, but I think they actually enjoy Aatrox, Irelia, and Akali being, like, meta champions.
They're nerfing them next patch, though.
And the thing is, like, they rework them. They want them to be good. Like, they don't want to look like they did a bad thing, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I 100% respect Riot, because, like, the thing is, they reworked Aatrox, because they were like, he's too much of a lane bully and too oppressive of a champion when ahead, so we don't want that anymore. And, like, they did a great job at it. Like, he doesn't bully people in lane as much, and when he's ahead, he's pretty easily dealt with. So... I'll say they did a great job on that. And Akali, like, another champion, fantastic job. Aurelia, another champion, fantastic job. The things that they aim for, they get it 100% of the time. But I don't like them being so good at their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're too good at it when they come up with these champions. I want them to at least tone it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, stop being so good and, like...
Yeah.
Like just widen the horizon a bit?
Yeah, I want them to make a champion like Ashe. Something just complete dog shit.
They never will.
Yeah, I know they won't.
But I know what you mean. They never will.
Yeah, I think that these champions, they're abominations, but like Riot, I'm positive that the nerf that's coming next patch is probably going to be nothing. Did they release it?
I haven't looked at PBE, but like they have a long list of stuff. And the worst thing about this list is because the meta didn't change. They're just nerfing the strongest champions in the game that were strong for 3 months. They're nerfing like Sinzao, nerfing Camille, they're nerfing not Urgot for some reason. Aatrox, Aurelia, Akali. And I'm looking at this list and I'm just like, why couldn't these nerfs happen before? Obviously outside of the Worlds meta, but like I've been stuck playing the same meta. And it took till preseason to nerf it, and it wasn't even nerfed on the preseason patch. It was nerfed on the next patch afterward.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think something an issue that people kind of bring it up every once in a while, but when you really think about it, it makes sense. Like, Riot does these reworks. They make Zoe. Like, imagine if you release Zoe in season 2, season 3. That champ would be the hardest champ in the game to play by far, right? Like, that's a fucking wacky champion, and she does a lot of crazy shit. But the thing that people don't really pay attention to is like, Riot, they what they probably think is they got to keep one-upping themselves, right? They make this champion, next one's got to be better, next one's got to be better, next one's got to be better. And the thing is like, everyone knows how to play League now, right?
Yep.
So the thing is, because they balance champions around how easy they are to play. So if they make new Akali hard to play, right? So they give her like insane stats. The thing is people learn how to play her too fast, and the skill curve they've created for her and the power curve they've given her with her item scaling, level scaling, that shit doesn't matter because people are good at League now. And the thing is like, you can't buff Ashe, you can't buff Leona too much because like those champs take no brain to execute, right? But the thing is the hard champions, I don't want to say they're not hard enough, but League's figured out, right? You really can't do too much different stuff. Like what the new champion, it's not mechanic based. Now you're just literally another fucking champion, right? That's not
it's like subtlety,
Yeah, it's not mechanics. Now they're starting to trend off the mechanic thing, and it's like, and that's kind of what they have to do, in my opinion. Like, you can only go so far. Like, you know what I mean? People always talk about, oh, now silver Lee Sin mains can insec, right? Whereas like it used to be a crazy thing.
Yeah.
And people are good at League now. And I think that really screws with the balancing. And I think it's kind of overlooked in general.
No, I agree with you.
I agree.
It's definitely a lot harder to make champions that, because you want a champion that's like hard to learn but rewarding when you do it. So you want it to like actually reward you for being good at the champion that you put effort into. But most people, it's pretty easy to get decent at a champion, and then it just completely negates that, like you were saying. So I agree with you. Like that's the thing is, Ash, I don't think that they'll ever, like, she's one of those champions. If she's good, I'm positive they nerf her ass instantly. Because it's just like, this champion is just running amok in Bronze 5. We can't have that, dude. She's too fucking nuts. We're just gonna nerf this shit. But like, people always talk about like Akali, Aurelia, Aatrox. Like, they're disgusting champions, but they actually have negative win rates at like below, I think, Masters. Or maybe like Diamond or some shit.
Like Akali's win rate's actually pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think Victor's is too, right? But he is God mode. Like,
yeah, he is insane.
He's a fucking monster. But he has like a 40. I don't know. Someone in one of my games was saying it was like 44% or something. I don't even know. That could just be
all I
wrong.
remember is old LeBlanc had like a sub 45% win rate when she had silence on her Q. And like that was like the best example of like, win rate doesn't tell the full story. Like sometimes champions are just busted. Like given that a player has like a good enough skill level, like they just go insane.
And Riot has to bounce for competitive too, right? So not only do they have to bounce for competitive, but they have to bounce for bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master challenger, which is actually insane when you really, really think about it.
Wait a minute. Are you a Riot sympathizer? What are you doing right now? You've been like giving Riot some slack. What's going on with you, dude?
It's just the way I was raised. Like, I'm really good at like stepping back and seeing something from, a broader perspective. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, how do you actually balance something like that? And what's the solution? You have different balancing for pro play than you do solo queue?
Hell no. Dude, if they put that in the game's dead. I promise you, they ever do that shit, the game's dead instant.
But then you're always going to have these metas that are just shit. And you're always going to have these broken champions. People
to be fair, I think they've had metas that aren't shit. Like, you think they've had metas that aren't shit, like, recently.
Dude,
right?
Okay, so do you guys remember the last 2 years? What are the things that stick out to you? What was the meta of this season? What was the last season? And what was the meta of the season before?
Funnel this season.
And what was the meta before?
It was catch-up XP jungling, so you would just never farm your camps.
No, it was Ardent.
Was it? Oh yeah.
No, it was Ardent?
Sorry, I'm a jungler.
Yeah. Oh wait, you should remember that definitely then, because you just go bottom every game.
Yeah, I play Nunu every game, and then say better jungle wins if I lose.
Okay, so the thing is, like during the season, before Scuttle came out, right? There was a period of time where I thought, like, no one remembers the first half of the season because Ardent didn't even exist till the second half.
I remember the first half of the season. Let me tell you the first half of the season because I remember it real well. I actually loved the first half of the season because the first half of the season was Lee Sin is level 6 when I'm level 4. He comes bot lane, he kicks me on the tower and insta kills me. Every single game.
Play better.
Yeah.
I love that. What are you talking about, Scar? I remember that and I loved every second of it. It's basically like I'm playing it right now. It feels fucking good as hell.
I think there's it's just like the meta that the season ends with is what people remember, but I think there's a lot of different ones that tend to come up. I think some of them are pretty good. I think it was the meta after that. Funnel was nerfed, and before Scuttle was added to the game that I think I enjoyed a lot. I thought there was a lot of variety that you could pick. But like that was a very, I guess, specific time because Funnel was pretty annoying, honestly. And Funnel's still annoying because, they like the current patch is really just smite mid laners, right? And
current patch is dog shit. Like
smite Aatrox mid, it's game over. Like that guy he's level 6 and he mid's level 4. Oh boy, like that is not cool, man. Like Aatrox will be level 11 when support's level 7. That motherfucker's gonna ult and auto attack you one time and you're gonna explode.
Yeah, if he hits you with his passive, it's literally more than half your health.
Yeah, when we played the TCS and Nocturne was 16 and I was 10. I was like,
mid Nocturne?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, we lost.
Yeah, and I mean, it's so bad when like the only counter to something is matching it. Like, I think it's like kind of toxic.
You think that
Smite mid is just so lame in general.
You think that they should re-add the Monster Hunter debuff that they got rid of?
No, just put some fucking thought into it. Like, if
Damn, that's it. Just put some thought into it.
Because you know damn well, like, just because I'm playing the best on my team as a jungler, I shouldn't get punished. Like, there's some scenarios where it'll be a 1-for-1 in top lane, and my top laner will die. But since I got the kill, I just have the most gold on my team, right?
Yes.
So why do I get punished for saving my top laner's wave by shoving it in?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Like, I'm not.
But to be fair, now let me counter argument.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The reward is helping your top lane by pushing it in. It's not about the gold.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make it any better. I'm getting punished by. I don't know if you've jungled for North American laners, but at the end of the day, man, like.
Let me ask you, because it seems like you're a top dog in your games, right? So
Every
the new
game,
bounty
yes.
system, the new bounty system where you kill 2 people and you have a 450 bounty. What do you think about it?
Dude, it's not even
Can I be
killing
honest?
2 people. It's like fucking farming, and you have like a 700 gold bounty.
Yeah, Cutie doesn't know much about actually killing people. He just fucking farms all game. But can I be honest, dude? Last like 2 this is like my worst patch spree in like a while. Like, I'm not very good at Camille. I'm not very good at Zen. I'm a lot better at like the farming junglers, not like the I'm gonna run at you and be better than you because I have better stats than you do. Like playing Zinzao and just straight up like stat checking people at Scuttle Crab. Like, I'm really bad at that, and I feel like I get why it's good and it is really good, but I just don't like the idea of like.
You don't like
solo
just
queue, there's not much
stat
thought
checking
into
people
it.
24/7. You don't just like run into the river, let's fight and see who wins.
I'm just straight up not really good at it. So in terms of the bounties, dude, like I've been playing like shit the last couple weeks. Like, I'm bad right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be honest. I've seen you in my games too. You are very bad.
Okay.
I 100%.
I'm gonna let it go because this is your show, but like let's cut it out a little bit. All right?
All right, fair enough. I mean, I think that the bounty changes, they're interesting. I remember we had like talked to a rioter on BTR before. This was back when I was like playing Dota a bunch, and they had asked like for comeback, because this was back when the meta was there's 0 comeback potential. You auto lose the game if you fall remotely behind. And like I said, I think you should have a bounty system like Dota that scales off of total gold.
You're the reason.
I mean,
It's literally your fault.
I hope I'm not, but like I think their implementation of it, I'll say, complete dog shit, terrible. But I like the idea.
Hold on. Did you watch our TCS matches?
No.
Did you watch our game that we won, the third game when we were down?
God.
We won a game because of the bounty changes.
Yes.
We were down 13k gold, and our Yasuo ADC got a kill that he shouldn't have gotten.
Was that was your game? Oh, I saw that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So we might let's say wait.
Let me say something. You won the game because the people you were playing against were dog shit.
Yes,
it wasn't the bounty system. Let me clear that up.
A lot of luck though, because Oshkon, literally, if he would have hit the Aatrox that died to the tower, he would have got the 1,000 gold. But since he didn't hit him, our Yasuo got the 1,000 gold, and it's not like we coordinated that shit either, right? It just happened like that. And we literally won the game because he got that shutdown. Mm-hmm. And then he got like 2 more after, of course.
Wait, you don't think Ashken would have carried the game if he got that 1,000?
He ended up going like 10. No.
Did he get solo killed?
Several times.
He got fucking obliterated. No, but that 1,000 gold could have gotten the Randuin's Omen a little quicker. You don't think
he did his job though later on in the game? But
he's on the back line.
We literally would have lost the game if that bounty wasn't in the game. So
you're saying?
Yeah, I like it.
Winning TCS because of the bounty system?
We might. Who knows?
I mean, again, I definitely think the bounty system. I love the idea of it because I loved it in Dota. I think that Riot's implementation of it. Maybe,
how is it different?
I'm not exactly sure how it's different, because in Dota, maybe it was just because I was fucking terrible, so it felt more fair. But in League,
you're still terrible. Let's be real.
In League, I'm playing against a little bit better competition because I'm pretty decent. So they can utilize the benefit a lot more. I don't know. I think in League, I have to play it with it more, but I love the idea of like having a bounty system that scales because the old bounty system was just fucking terrible. Like, do you guys agree? Yeah. Like when it was 5 to like 50, you're the guy with the 5 kills and you have a 1,000 gold bounty.
Instantly.
Yeah.
If you die.
Yeah, that shit did not feel very fair. But now if you're 5 to like 50, you don't have a bounty. Or you have like a less bounty, so it's not that bad anymore. I don't really mind it.
I thought you would hate it more because like in the old, if you were 020, like you wouldn't get punished like you do in this system.
Shut up, Sky.
You've went 0-20 before, Cutie?
This guy said, "What's your worst score you've ever gotten in a game?"
Oh man, those are some dark times, dude. I don't think I should bring those up.
You've died 20 times at least in a game, right? With 0 kills?
At least is a bit of an understatement, but yeah.
Alright, fair enough. This guy trying to get at me for dying 20 times, I put those scores up daily, dude. That's what the people come for.
You played Rammus ADC in my game the other day.
Yeah,
I was at Scouting Grounds. Listen, I was playing my warm-up game. You are the reason Team Ocean failed, single-handedly. You ruined that first day for me. I got in. I was all happy to play it. I see my boy Cutie Pie on my team. Hey, let's get it. Rammus ADC. You don't type a fucking word.
Wait, did I go nuts though? I was smurfing, right?
Sure, yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I was smurfing. I mean, I'll say I love that this meta you can play things like Rammus AD. I mean, maybe you can't.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can.
But the thing is, I'll say Riot allows me to because they decreed that if you want to play off meta champions,
just don't type in chat. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, just don't type in chat and you're good to go. You want to play 6 Wits and Diana, just don't type in chat, you're good to go. Like I appreciate that. That's the one thing I like about the preseason.
Thank you, Riot Games.
Yeah, thank you for that. I mean, you guys got any other problems with preseason? I mean, again, I think that pacing, they've definitely having Baron, Dragon spawn quicker, having mid game like eliminated because it was just.
Well, they give you gold now for getting Dragon too.
Yeah, they give you like 100 gold for it.
I think I like the tower planning, and I like that it's harder to dive towers. Maybe not by that much. Like, I think,
dude, the damage is ruthless. That needs to get nerfed. That's so bad. You can't.
Because we were screaming at you guys, and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna get dove here," and literally, like, you just get 2 hit. And I'm like, "What? Yep. Oh, okay."
Yeah, I love that. I'm like Half-Life on the tower. I'm like, I'm so fucking dead, dude. Whatever.
It's a good buff for bad laners, like our friend Cutie over here.
What are you trying to say, buddy?
When you're stuck under tower all game, you know you're fucking safe. You're like, try me. That's why Veigar's OP. If they try to dive you, not only are they getting one-shot killed, but they just have the cage there too. Like, what? That's pretty good.
Dude, this guy, don't tell him my secret, man. Come on.
I mean, it is what it is. I have to say with the tower plating though, it's nice when you're hitting it. Like you feel like you're like accomplishing something. You know what I mean? And I think they did a really good job at like you're not just whacking at a health bar. It's like it kind of feels like you're like killing like a boss type of thing. Like you're actively getting rewarded. And you're getting you're getting somewhere when you're hitting the tower. It's not just like because back before, right? If you get a tower down to 200 HP, you got nothing out of that, right?
Yep.
But now it's like you are actively gaining an advantage by just pushing your lead. And as a jungler, it's like I gank her lane, and now I'm thinking, okay, do I go take his Gromp or do I take 2 plates off? And I'm trying to like weigh them, and I don't even know yet, right? Like I don't know what's best yet. I don't know, is 2 plates worth taking his camp? Is 2 plates worth getting some vision? Mm-hmm. It adds a different dynamic to the game, and just in general, I think that part of it they did really well. But yeah, I'm not too sure about all the other stuff. But I really like the satisfaction and the reward you get from actually hitting the towers. I think it's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that they've done some pretty decent stuff this preseason. Like, if I had to make a list of like the terrible stuff, Dark Harvest, fucking nerf that shit into the ground. At least make it so multiple people can't proc this Dark Harvest on the same person. That shit is fucking stupid.
Or make sure it doesn't proc off Ignite or Chilling Smite.
Like a debuff, like how Heal has.
Yeah,
They should give it a debuff. That's a good fucking idea, because it's just stupid as fuck. If you're half-life and two people, like the support and the Xerath AD auto you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, that feels dumb as fuck for me. Maybe it's just me, but yeah.
No, it is pretty dumb.
Yeah, I think Dark Harvest, I hate that shit. I think the champion balance right now is terrible, but maybe the next patch will fix it. If they just nerf Aatrox Akali by 5 AD again or some dumb shit like that, I'm gonna be.
We're just switching to Black Ops. We're actually just switching.
Yeah, I'm quitting this
boycott this shit.
dog shit game, and I'm just playing Black Ops every day.
I asked them at Scouting Grounds, I'm like, because the first day they had there was a PC bong inside of Riot. I don't know if you guys have been there. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know what that is. But they have BattleNet on there. I was trying to load up some blops. I don't know what to tell you guys. I was about to pull up.
Hey, you got your priorities, dude. I respect that shit.
Duos,
Wait. Froggus is actually good, right?
Hell no, I trash canned it. I trash canned the fuck out of him in the 1v1. Yeah, I 1v1'd his ass. He was talking mad shit to me in solo queue. All this bullshit about I'm better Black Ops. I watched you suck dick. I played him in a 1v1. I just bent him over, dude. It was actually embarrassing. This guy, he spent his whole life playing Black Ops, because this guy used to play it back in the day. I never played that shit before. I just destroyed him. I humiliated him. It wasn't just destruction.
To be fair, Froggus plays on 60 hertz. Ooh, yeah, it's bad. So, you know what? I think you gotta let it go.
Alright, fair enough.
He's trying his best, alright?
Yeah, I mean, I give it to him. I told him, you got some good shots, dude. I mean, you keep practicing, you might be decent.
Yeah, no, I think he's good.
Yeah, he's okay. Good's a little bit much. He's okay.
He's not metaphor level, but definitely several levels above I'm a Cutie Pie.
I disagree
Quite a
with
few.
you. I'm gonna have to
be fair, you
disagree.
actually have gotten a lot better. I'm not even joking.
I mean, dude, you think I'm good at Black Ops? Watch me play some League of Legends, dude.
He's played so many games of Black Ops right now. I hope he's gotten better, dude.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Did you just start playing Scarlet?
Yeah, I started literally at the only time this is my 4th day playing or something.
Huh. And Shifter's actually really good too.
Yeah, I'm surprised with Shifter, but Shifter is pretty hit or miss. 90% of the time he's terrible, but that 1% of the time where he's
that's not how math works.
No. 90% of the time terrible. 9% of the time it's why did I invite this guy to play with me? But that 1% of the time where he's kind of pulling his own weight, I'm you know what? This is doable.
Yeah, Dyrus is actually pretty good too.
Yeah, Dyrus is good as fuck. I'll give him that.
No, Dyrus is actually solid.
If I had to make a tier list, I'd probably put me first, maybe Dyrus second, Shifter, Meta third.
Oh my God.
And then I'll put Skara fourth. Realistically.
I don't know, dude. All I'm telling you is I got half of my computer today. I went to the store and grabbed it. As soon as my computer's fully built, dude, it's over.
Oh, then you can't start using that excuse.
I can't, and I won't. I swear.
All right.
When I used to play League on my iPhone hotspot in Season 4, I shit you not, and I was as soon as I get real internet, I'm gonna be so much better. The first year I had real internet, I hit Challenger, so. I mean,
you think that's what stops a lot of people not having real internet?
Yeah, or shitty laptops. Hell yeah, dude. I played on a Walmart laptop.
I know that feel, dude. I played on
an iPhone hotspot.
I played on a Walmart laptop too. That was fucking terrible. Back when I was in Florida, that was actually unplayable. But the thing is, I got to Challenger on it because, I'm not trying to compare myself to you or anything, but I can make it work. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I did? And this is my first year grinding League. I went from silver to 400 LP master in one season, in Season 4.
Ooh.
That's when I only played Fiddlesticks. So, some of you guys
I
might
remember that.
This guy,
my name was Four, Four. That was my name.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, that was me, and I only played Fiddle.
This guy, let me just say, this guy's bragging about getting to Master Tier right now. Just so everyone knows.
No. That I mean, you know, like my name is Metaphor. It's not really like a name that I've like ran with. I used to just always have like those kind of names, like those one-word names. I used to like hunt those things. Like that was just my thing. Metaphor just so happened to be the one that stuck. Like my name could have been anything. Yeah, I've had several names, but if you ever saw someone with like a name like that was just playing fiddle and just raging at everyone, that was me, 100%. Because Nick Cohn, the other fiddle player, I don't think he's that toxic.
Yeah, he's not toxic.
Yeah.
He seems like a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah, his off champion was Hecarim, and like so was mine at the time, so it really was confusing.
Yeah, I think I did confuse you for him. All right, hit the next topic.
Hit the next topic? All right, let me hit it for you. So as a person who's aspiring to be a pro player, what would you say is the hardest thing about the grind?
I think we already talked about this. I hit the next button.
Playing against me, though, right?
I mean, I should know.
When you're in my games, I know I've messed up in the last few days. Jesus.
Dude, why you always gotta shit talk me, dude? Come on, why can't you be... Dude, when I play against you, it's an honor, Cutie. Can't wait to have you in my games again.
Cutie, that only happens the first 2 times people play with you, and then after...
shit, it's I'm a Cutie Pie on my team. It's like, oh no.
Because since I'm in Diamond, I see a lot more of these people who are like my fans and like actually my subscribers. And when I play against them, the first game is like, I'm a huge fan, Scar. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And in the second game, they stop saying that.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit. Why am I...
it's only the first game they're starting. The second game, you're like, you went 0-7 on Diana. What happened? Unlucky, dude.
That's the truth right there. So every jungler says there's a better player. Who are some junglers you respect in NA solo queue?
Oh,
you got to put some respect on me.
Hey, Jesus, like when you play Kane and stuff, oh my god,
it's not.
It's so bad. Like,
jeez, come on. When I play Graves, Nunu.
Like that's the thing. You would think you would be good at Graves, but like. You're just not. You're just not.
This guy right here.
You want me to be honest or what? What do you want me to say?
Give me some names. Who's someone you respect then? If it's not Cutie Pie in jungle.
Okay. Honestly, like a lot of pro junglers.
Ooh, okay.
I know that's not really like probably the answer you're looking for, but like playing against pro junglers is really refreshing, and it's really nice to see like because when you play solo queue jungle, everyone does the same shit every time, and people are just going through the motions most of the time. But with pro junglers is where you see them trying out their new routes, and like sometimes you just get bodied in solo queue, and you're just like, oh, okay, that's pretty crazy. Like I remember a couple years ago, one of the pro junglers that used to shit on me all the time was Acadian, and every time I played against him, he would just completely destroy me. And I remember like messaging him after one of the games or whatever, and I'm just like, dude, like I don't understand what's going on. Like you beat me every time. And now it's like I think at this point, like in solo queue skill, like I've gotten good enough where I kind of just trade back and forth with people. But there's a lot of times where just a lot of pro junglers or like sometimes like the Korean junglers that come over, like when Worlds is happening and stuff like that, like when Peanut was here a couple years ago. Like it's super fun playing against those people because you just actually see a whole nother level of the role you're playing get like unlocked. Like if you're playing mid lane,
but like, that's how you must feel when you watch Charisma play Kane, right?
Exactly. No. Okay. all jokes aside, like you're playing mid lane, right?
Yeah.
You're just getting out CS'd, out traded.
Yeah,
your wave is getting fucked. It's like, okay, yeah, this guy's just better than me. But then it's like,
yes, guy does playing that jungle, a lot.
Wait, okay.
All
right, keep going. No, I'm interested. Keep going.
It's a bit rude, but okay. It's like it happened a lot when I was playing when Yankos was here for what was it, Rift Rivals, or it was the last event. Like, dude, oh man, you can when someone's actually better than you at jungle, if you can get past the whole my team sucks thing, like you have to understand at a certain point, it's like wow, they're like actually just doing really good things. And I think it's more obvious in the jungle compared to lane. Because, like, in lane, it's like, even if you're really bad, if you're playing a certain champ, you probably shouldn't be getting solo killed, right? Like, if you're playing Galio mid, and you're, like, 500 LP below the guy you're against, you're probably going to go down in CS, but you're probably not getting soloed, right? But if it's like a jungle matchup, like you're missing pathing errors in terms of like being at the right place at the right time, knowing when to do certain objectives and stuff like that, or just forcing dives. Like that kind of stuff is like way more apparent when the jungle skill gap is different compared to if it was like a laner difference. It's kind of just like a slow strangle. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you play against mid laners who you're just like, if you're playing a laner and you're playing against someone who is really good, like you'll feel that. You'll feel that a lot more in solo lanes, I feel like. Or if you're playing like against a bot lane duo that's just nuts. Like,
but it's not because they're just killing you off cooldown.
Sometimes it's because they are. Like, okay, I don't think you understand. Like,
yeah, you don't understand how Scar plays. Like, he gets cooled off cooldown.
Okay.
Even when I was playing super well, I'd play against people. There's a gigantic difference between me laning against someone like Froggen and Jensen and me laning against someone who's not. You know? Okay. And it's like when I lane against those people, I'm like, holy shit. Cause like the skill shot accuracy, I don't know if junglers even need this because right now they're not playing shit, but like usually when you're playing against a really good mid laner, their skill shot accuracy is like incredibly good. And so like you're playing against stuff where like you just get hit with 50% more skill shots, you know? And they're contesting every CS or every other CS, you know? And when you're like, we're about to get ganked, it's difficult because sometimes, you know, he can just 1v2. Whereas I don't feel that kind of pressure from a lot of other players. Like usually I watch them play, I'm like, okay, give me 20 seconds to watch how they play the first wave. All right, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. But like if I'm playing against one of those two or like a lot of other like mid laners who are really good, like it's not just the 20 CS. It's like, yeah, sometimes I don't get solo killed, but it's constricting. Like I'm getting fucking constricted by a boa constrictor. Yeah. And it feels really fucking bad. And I feel that way when I jungle against good junglers too, actually. It used to be really funny because I used to jungle against Tarzan a lot. Just randomly, I'd always play into him, and I would always have 3 winning lanes and win every single time. And I remember him getting really pissed off about it on stream, but like I would beat him like 4 times out of 5. Mm-hmm. But like when I played against him, I was just like, shit, dude. Like I didn't know what was the right path. I didn't know what I was doing, but like I'd be like, wow, this guy's pretty efficient when it comes to like. I always feel like he's ahead, and I always feel like he's pressuring the map well.
Yeah. I mean, in like NA solo queue, I guess it's really hard to see standout players who aren't already pros. But it is like whenever I see someone in my game is making like a nice play or something, like when I'm streaming, like I mention it. I'm like, wow, or say I'm like clearing my jungle or something, and I know my bottom side's down. Or I know like my bottom side is open to being invaded, and like I figure out that he took it. I'm like, okay, like that's like impressive. Like he actually say I won't really do it in a challenger game because like I expect that out of them. But if I'm like smurfing or something and I see them like pathing properly, like it's just like really refreshing to see it. I guess I don't know. I
gotta watch your VODs then when I'm in your games.
Dude, I don't know, man. I just think like it's really nice to see people play properly, and when you see pro players and stuff like that. It's just always like that. Like you're talking about playing against Froggen and Jensen and stuff. Yeah. It's like, I remember like seeing Froggen play Gangplank and I'm like, oh, this is what it looks like when someone good plays as champion. Cause there's these like shitty GP one tricks that'll climb to like Challenger or like High Master whenever he's OP. But like they fucking suck at Gangplank. Cause like when you watch Froggen play it, you know this guy isn't playing it every game, right? You know Froggen isn't playing it every game, but he's so good mechanically that when he does play it, it just looks like a one trick. It's pretty fucking wild, and that's when you can really see how good a player is on like those champions.
Wait, have you ever seen? Did you say all this shit? Have you seen me play GP before?
Jesus,
don't even
man.
fucking
just
try,
stop.
You're so bad. Dude.
Wait,
no
my
offense. Dude, honestly, if I had to compare your GP to and you're like Kane, I just don't make me, man.
Come on, man. You guys really gonna throw me under the bus like on my show? Not even throw me a bone?
You're jumping in front of it, dude. Like, what do you want me to say?
I think your GP is better than your Rammus AD. I will say
my Rammus AD is actually kind of nuts, though.
Sure. Yeah, sure. It's nuts. It is nuts to see your Rammus AD. Yes.
Alright, let's go on to the next topic, dude. That's a good way to end that one. So fill in the blank. To fix jungle, all you need to do is blank. I'll start off. Nuke the fucking roll. Nuke the roll. Remove as the gold. Remove all the fucking gold in the jungle. Lower the experience in the jungle. I think jungle will be thick. Or alternatively,
They are doing that.
perfect. Alternatively, also, you could get rid of smites. You don't need a red smite or a blue smite. Just have smite.
I agree.
That shit is bullshit.
Wait, really?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, obviously it's an item, right? So like it's like any other item. When you get this item, you're stronger than this champion. But it's kind of weird how it's just like, oh, if I have red smite and he took blue smite, I just win now. Which, I mean, that is the point, but like, just because it's the point of something doesn't mean it's like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't win an unwinnable 1v1 just because I took red smite. I think.
I think you're the only judge that's ever said that.
Well, I mean, I think most people like really do think that. I don't like. How many have you really asked that question to?
I've asked Riot Games. They told me, "Cutie, you don't know what you're talking about. We made this shit perfect in every way." They didn't say that, but
yeah, no. I mean, but people like also think like purple smite was okay. Like that was so stupid. Like the AOE smite that would just one shot the camp. Like people thought that was cool, but like that was like one of the most toxic things in the game. That was more toxic than
what
red
was
smite.
purple? It was the AOE.
It would just AOE and it would stun the camp too.
I don't even fucking remember that. What the fuck?
I remember that shit. It's OP.
Damn. Yeah, I don't remember that shit at all. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's definitely a lot of things that can be done with the jungle, because I do think that it's kind of a bullshit role. But
Oh, wait. Let me hear from Metaphor then. How do you save the jungle?
Make the laners better. That is why in jungle or in Korea jungle is better.
Do you think jungle should be so closely tied with the laners?
I'm okay with being the fucking the team bitch, dude. It's just the laners suck, man. Like I will bend over backwards for these players, right? Give them every kill, shove in their lane when I have to, freeze their lane when I have to, give them second blue. Oh man, if my mid laner said he wanted second blue every game, I would be so happy, but I know damn well my mid laner wants no resources because he doesn't want the responsibility in his hands.
Oh, wait, I'm going to ask you for second blue if I ever get you in my games, by the way.
Sure, I will. Okay. I want you to take it.
I'm going to ask you for second blue when I play Rammus ADC.
Hell no. But like, dude, it is what it is, man. Like, don't get me wrong, right? I have plenty of flaws in my gameplay, and so does every other jungler that plays the game. But dude, the people that lane in this server are just, I feel like have no clue what they're doing.
Give me some names. Give me an example.
No, I can't do that. I can't do it. No, but like if it's like a snowball matchup, like some like Renekton bullshit with some other like fighter top, right? If my Renekton's 2-0, that guy better not die 1v1, you know what I mean? And then he just does. And then he dies again. And I'm just sitting there like, why am I even playing this game?
Yeah, but that's just one of those things. It happens, right? Like Renekton
Too frequently. Yes, it does happen.
I mean, I've had the games where Renekton 2-0 against GP. He's got like his Black Cleaver completed. GP has like a phage, and then Renekton dies 1v1. It's like, I mean,
it happens.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like that just happens sometimes. That bothers you though?
Well, I just think to my head like I know I couldn't have done better. And it makes you feel like you're doing something wrong, even though, like, when you're trying to improve as a player, like, let's say the ganking top was right? I set up my laner, got him ahead, and then he threw the game, which happens, right? You're not wrong. That does happen. But if you're trying to improve on your gameplay, how do you know that was the right play? Because someone might think that you actually misplayed, right? Like, when someone makes that, I might think that, wow, I shouldn't have got that, or I should have ganked another lane. Like, you see people in solo queue say that all the time, right? Like, oh, you should have ganked another lane then. Or like, oh, looks like you ganked the wrong lane, buddy, right? It's just like, no, I didn't. Like, the guy just played like shit. And then if you're trying to improve at the game, it's kind of like, wait, did I make a mistake? You know what I mean? Because it is out of your hands. Say you're playing Sejuani jungle, and you get your top laner ahead, and he doesn't do his job. Did you make a mistake by getting him ahead? No, but yes, at the same time, because you got the wrong player ahead, right?
I mean, I agree with you on that sometimes. Like, when I play jungle, I'll just camp the shit out of one lane. Like, I'll have, like, Scion versus Victor or some shit. And it's like, I need to help the Scion because he's going to get obliterated if I don't. So, like, the Victor's 0-10-0. It's like, okay, there's no way he loses this matchup. I stop going to his lane. He just feeds his ass off. At the end of it, I'm just like...
You did a good job.
Yeah, but that's not what I ever think. I'm just like, why the fuck did I gank top lane? I could have just gone mid and like helped him out or done anything other than gank for the tank. But like, I know you mean like doing that gank is the right thing to do. It's just, yeah, you start to really doubt yourself sometimes with that bullshit.
Sometimes it happens. I get that when I'm juggling too. I guess in the end, the solution is just to make the laners better. I think Rise should work on that.
I mean, do you think they should add voice comms? I'm just curious because like I'm telling you, the best way to make laners better, be able to communicate with them. If you get on mic and you tell top lane, hey you stupid fuck, I'm coming top lane, don't fucking fight while I'm on the gromp.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think voice comms would be good, but I think they would be pointless in low elo and all that shit. Because, I mean, in high elo there wouldn't be too much arguing. Obviously it would happen. Obviously it would. But like...
Well, you don't think there would be that much arguing? Are you kidding me?
Dude,
no.
Okay, let me say, yeah, if you're the jungler, top lane, I'm doing Gromp, don't fucking fight until I'm done with this and I'm there. Top lane runs in and dies. There's no way he's gonna be like, why the fuck didn't you come immediately? Cause you didn't fucking call me, you dumbass. I told you I'm doing Gromp. Why the fuck would you fight right there? There's no like argument there.
But like, what you're saying is true, but like, no one would even come close to talking like that in team comms and high elo. Because if you are a competitive player and you're trying to go somewhere, if there is a video clip of you saying these things, you are not getting on a team. You are not getting this. Everyone's going to flame you on Reddit forever and ever and ever and ever. And that's just how that shit would go. And a lot of these people, they don't even know how to talk in a team environment. They've been playing solo queue for the past 5 years, listening to fucking Nightcore and doing nothing, right? Tell me I'm wrong, right? They don't know how to talk in the game. They know what they want, but they don't know how to tell their teammates that. They're just sitting there playing. So I think if you add voice comms in low elo, it would just be a cesspool of just complete, just you know what I'm trying. It would just be so bad. In high elo, I think it would depend on who's on the team. But I don't think it would be that bad of a dynamic. And then obviously you'd get the trolls and stuff who would come in, but those people are ruining games anyway. So what difference does that even make? And you could just mute them. What difference does it make?
That's the damn truth right there. I agree with that shit. Scar, you got anything on this topic to fill in the blank with?
Good. Well, I mean, nah, I agree with Metaphor. Just make the laners better.
Yeah. Cutie?
Don't cutie me. Come on, dude. This guy right here. Here, let's go to the final topic, though. Final topic being the ask questions here. You guys got questions. We got answers. So let's get it started, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start out. Beautiful wants to know, this is that metaphor. Do you think it's important for junglers to be good at off-rolling?
Ooh.
I think it's good for junglers to have an idea of how they work, but like, when I hear that question, I almost think he heard LS say that, because LS talks about stuff like that all the time. Because there's a lot of Korean players who can multi-roll and stuff like that, and that's great. But I don't think that skill set would ever come in handy unless you're at the top of your ladder. And the intricacies and the small things that you would learn by doing that does not fucking matter up until Challenger. And even then, it still probably doesn't matter most of the time, because a lot of bullshit, you get away with a lot of bullshit in high elo.
Yes.
That would matter in a team environment, I think. But even then, it's kind of like your teammates should be communicating a lot of these things to you anyway, so how much does it really matter? But if you want to consistently be high Challenger, really high elo, it would help. But if your goal is to climb, I don't think that's going to help you. I think sticking to what you really enjoy and what you know is the best way to do that. Because I'm sure that's, a lot of people that watch streams and stuff are asking, how do I climb, stuff like that. So that question might be around that. I don't think you're going to get better as a gold player by learning how to play top lane. It's just going to be the same bullshit anyway. You're just playing a different role. But in high elo, which, it still might not matter all the time. Yeah, I think it would matter in high elo a bit, for sure. Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. My man North wants to know, ADCs have been in a bad spot for a long time with the increase of AP champs and bot lane. What do you think is a necessary change for AD carries to make them good again? Just revert crit items, dude. That's literally all you have to do. Boom. $1 million idea.
Crit item itemization is so bad. It's the first time it's ever been so bad in like the history of League.
Yeah, that shit's fucking terrible. Meta, what's your take? What do you think of the ADC role? You think it's in a good spot? You think that Riot did a bang up job with the patch 8.11?
Well, I think ADC is always that victim of their support, right? Ever since they changed supports from being, the 0 gold champions only buying wards, they've had way more say in the lane than they should in some cases. I would say, like if you could be a way better ADC, and don't get me wrong, right? There's obviously exceptions here, but if the support is blowing your support out of the water, it's done. Like you aren't going to be able to play the game properly, and you just don't have that much agency as a ADC individually in your game. I don't think. And I don't personally know how to change that, but I think supports are too strong for a very long time now, and it's too hard to nerf them because of the target demographic that the support role has.
What demographic?
Being lower skill level than the other players on your team. So they have to be...
You're just putting it out there like that, dude.
Yeah. No, like, you have to make Alistar OP.
You're telling me the target demographic, the people that play support,
or like Janna, Nami, stuff like that. Like it has to be over effective because someone's got to do it.
Subhumans are playing it, basically, is what you're getting at.
Okay, those are your words, not mine.
I mean, I definitely agree with you that the people that usually lean towards support are people that are like, I don't want the game to be on my hands. I don't want to have to be the one to carry. I'm going to pay.
Is this what you tell your teammates? Like, is this what you tell Clown? Like, when you guys are in comms, you're just like, yeah, just play the easy champion.
Yeah, when we scrimmed you guys and I was bending him over bot lane, was that what you were telling him?
He's so bad. I don't want to talk about Clown. He's so fucking bad.
I can respect
next
that.
Topic. Next topic.
Alright, let's go. Let's get one more ask question right here. We'll get one more. Actually, we'll get two more. Hazard wants to know.
Oh my god, Hazard? That's one of my subs, dude.
Is he? He wants to know when's the next Night Core stream?
Yeah, just ban him. Just ban him.
Just ban him?
Hazard, right. You're banned off my Discord too. Just don't come back.
You heard the man, dude.
Don't come back.
But
I have like a donation goal for a Night Core stream. He's a complete idiot.
Holy shit. Okay.
Bud Ninja wants to know what jungler, I'm assuming champion, do you see on the enemy team that makes you nervous?
Can I be honest? Anything like brutally off meta, because you, one, don't know what to expect, and two, if you win, congratulations, you beat, Scion jungle, and if you lose, oh boy. And the thing about jungle is you can just lose games, like Skara said, right? Playing against Tars. Tarzan's a better jungler than you are, right? And that's not.
No
come on.
No,
right.
it's no question. But I beat him.
You are winning against them
3 or 4 out of 5
actively.
games.
Right. So who knows, right? Like you might play against Teemo jungle and just start getting bodied. And what are your teammates gonna say, right?
That the better jungler won.
Always.
I say that shit every goddamn time too. All right, let's choose one more question, and then we'll wrap things up. Right,
make
here.
it the best one. I say this every week.
I'll make it a real good one, dude. I'm gonna go with this one because this is something that a lot of people always ask. We'll end it with do you feel like Riot should be more liberal with the buffs for champions instead of just nerfing things. I'll say, I wish Riot buffed more often. I wish that someone like Ashe that I was using as an example before, instead of nerfing Irelia by 5 move speed, let's buff Ashe by like 5 AD. See what happens there. I'm a madman for saying this. I know people are gonna be, Cutie, what the fuck are you smoking, dude? 5 AD on Ashe? You're nuts. I say give Ashe like 5 AD, see what happens.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring this up when we were talking about that earlier, but I didn't want to drag the topic on too long. That is a huge solution that people have, right? Or everyone thinks is like the god tier solution. Hey man, stop nerfing champions and just buff the other ones. And like that, again, like, it just is easier to focus on one thing than the other. Like, if you only have 20 good champions, that means there's 120 bad ones, right? Mm-hmm. So like, it's way less to focus on as a company to nerf the better ones and keep the bad ones bad or make them more in line. I think it's kind of hard for them to, because then they got to pick, right? Okay, well, why is this guy getting buffed over this guy? And let's say Irelia, or let's say like Sejuani's meta, right? That automatically brings Trundle into meta, and then what does that do to the meta, right? Like, because that's what happens, right? Something becomes strong, and then its counters become strong, and then that thing's counters become strong, yada yada yada. So like, what do you actually end up buffing? So like in this meta, what are you going to buff Rek'Sai as attack speed? Well, why, right? Like, what are you? It's just easier to see Aatrox 1v9ing every game and going, fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Instead of going, oh, yeah, Irelia's pretty good. Let's buff up Nautilus, right? It's kind of like, like, I see, like, it makes sense, right? You want to bring the other people up, but how would you make that choice?
I mean, I think you bring everyone up to like, everyone is a C tier champion instead of like a D and F. And then you just bring everyone to C so they're situationally picked. And then make sure that there's not enough OP champions that, like, the champions aren't so OP that they beat everyone. That like for instance, Lissandra is the champion that's like meta right now.
Yep.
But she gets beat by poke champions. So if you play like, Azir, you play like Ziggs, anything that pokes can do well into her. But like, you can't really do anything against Aurelia. She just kind of kills you.
Fiora.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can play mid lane Renekton. I can win with mid lane Renekton. But like, I'm not a fan of that.
No, I know what you mean. But again, it would have to be like that's something that they should do in preseason. Like, we're doing a complete overhaul in shit champions. Something like that.
Dude, if they did a complete overhaul of shit that'd like actually blow my mind. Could you imagine a preseason where they actually change shit? That'd be kind of nuts. Like
maybe release champions during the season and then do like, we're going to change Poppy in the preseason. We're going to change Urgot in the preseason, Warwick, these guys. Cause it's kind of like everyone, and don't get me wrong, like when the champions get reworked, they are like new champions, right? Like Evelynn, yeah, she goes invisible, but she's a new champion. But maybe like if they kind of just, and it'd be hard to balance that, but maybe if they like did something in terms of preseason with that, maybe they could find a balance that way, or like I said, yeah, a complete overhaul. Like, hey, these champions were terrible all season. What are we going to do about it?
All right, put Cat on the list.
Who?
Put Cat on the list.
Okay, yeah, that champ is not fun to play against, though.
I only want me to have fun. Okay, I want to be the Aurelia player for once.
Yeah,
okay?
play Aatrox or Aurelia, dude. What are you complaining about?
The thing with Aurelia, it's like you can see her with Katarina. It's like if she's fed enough, it's not even like possible to react to what she's doing.
Yeah, just play a CC. Just play Lulu. I'll bet you there's enough time to react to what she's doing.
I'll just bring out the Fiddlesticks again. Input buffer my Q, and then you're done.
Yeah, don't you want them to buff Fiddle, dude? Dude, could you imagine they bring the Fiddle
They're
back?
buffing Fiddle by bringing back Katarina. You have to pick Fiddle.
That's true.
Yeah, if they gave a buff to Fiddlesticks, dude, I'm telling you, Meta back. He'll be in the LC. He'll be at the World Championship Finals, dude. You guys want a Fiddle skin? This man will give it to you.
I will. I really will.
No, he won't. That champ's never getting buffed either. But
He can't. With his current kit, he can't.
His
He
Q
just,
is OP, and his E is just
Yep.
It's ulti. Oh my god.
yeah,
actually, Fiddle Jungle might be decent right now. I think Dark Harvest might be okay on him. With
hell
his E.
no.
With his E,
Play
think
it.
about his E.
Hell
if you proc
no.
it off
that
somebody,
shit-
and it goes to another one, it'll keep procking Dark Harvest, won't it?
This guy's
Like,
fucking
couldn't you-
trolling.
couldn't- Am I
Just-
wrong?
The Dark Harvest doesn't continuously
podcast.
proc.
Cut the book.
Yeah.
I'm bringing Fiddle back.
Alright, he's bringing Fiddle back. That's gonna conclude Beyond the Rift episode number 500, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for our guest, Metaphor, for joining us. Meta, if the people want some more of you, where can they get you?
Twitch.tv/metaphor, METAPHOR, and then twitter.com/metaphor with 2 A's. And I stream somewhat regularly. Sometimes I take breaks off, like I took a break for Scouting Grounds, but I'm going to be streaming full time for the next few months. So yeah.
Okay.
Scar, the people want more of you, where can they get you?
You can find me on Twitter and Twitch under Scar or on my YouTube. You know, I just want to say additional thanks for Metaphor to come out for this. You know, it's been a while since I had someone for both TCS and Scouting Grounds. I only get this chance once a year, so thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you again, Metaphor, for coming on. Thanks for you guys for joining us today. Fantastic Beyond the Rift. If you guys like it, every Thursday, 4 p.m. usually, PST. Today was a special case because our man's a very busy dude. But thank you guys again for coming here. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Bye, guys.